Welcome back, welcome back. What's going on, subs, and how y'all doing, noobs? And just in case you don't know what a noob is, that's short for newbie. And just in case you don't know what a newbie is, honey, I'm about to tell you. A newbie be anybody checking me out maybe for the first time, maybe even for the second, third, or fourth, or even fifth. We don't count those numbers around here. We really don't. I just want all of my subs and I want all of my noobs to gather around and come on in, come on in, come on in. Okay, so for today we have a quick check-in and check-up as far as how I am doing with my whole initiative. You know that initiative that I've been talking about every single month, and that is Dolce 2.0, where I make improvements in my life here and there, from the rooter to the tutor, in different areas of my life. You know, so it's me. It's still Dolce, but just better. So with that being said, we'd like to go through certain categories, and I'd like to give you updates in these specific categories. And first off, we're going to start with water. You guys know, and I've been coming in with a great report with regard to agua, or H2O. I've been doing a whole bunch of imbibing as far as water is concerned. I've been staying on track, and I'm very proud of myself with that. Oh, in addition to some of the new glassware that I got, that I showed you, in the other update, I also got something else that would help encourage me. Well, it helps to encourage me to drink the water, as well as it has other benefits. I had looked into this kind of briefly, but I was recently put on to, and I am loving the filter. Well, it's a pitcher, okay? It's a pitcher by Brita that basically filters your water. And it comes in different versions. But with that being said, I am loving it, and it's very easy to set up. The way that I've been drinking water and the way we drink water around here, we were buying bottles of water about every 3 days. And that got really old really quick, okay? So my niece made a suggestion. Maybe you should try the filtered water, more specifically the pitcher. And so I went a tap, and I looked it up on Amazon, and I said, why not? So it came very quickly, and like I said, we are loving it. It's a very easy setup for those who are not familiar. It's a very easy setup. It has a filter inside of the pitcher. So once you take the pitcher out and you put the filter in, you then fill up the water. I think you have to sort of flush the filter at first. So it tells you to do it about 3 times as far as filling it up and then emptying it out. Then after the 3rd time, you fill up the pitcher and it goes through the filter and immediately filters the water out of certain contaminants. And you put it in the refrigerator and you are good to go. And the filters should last you about 3 to 6 months, but they last for a pretty good time. My understanding is not all of the pitchers have this sensor, but the one that I bought, it does have a sensor to let you know when it's time to change. So it not only lights up green when you pour, because I think it's sort of counting and measuring, okay, they're using it a lot. They're drinking a lot of water. It's going to get close. Then by the time that filter is ready to be changed, it will turn red and give you that indication that, hey, it's time for a new filter. And all of this was it wasn't too expensive. I think the pitcher was about $20 some odd, and it came with the filter. And so the subsequent filters, the filters that you would get after that, again, I'm thinking, I want to say that they come in a pack, or they can come in a pack. And Brita's filters specifically, I want to say maybe 3 to a pack, maybe about $30 for that filter. So that add up versus the add up of buying bottled water, not only the water, but the 10 cents that they charge out here for, the bottles and all like that, plus the gas to get there and the aggravation of parking and just going through the, honey, I said, you know what, this Brita filter it's all right with me. And so far it has been. I mean, the water, I didn't really drink the tap water itself, so I can't say whether it improved the taste of the water, but I will say that the water that it does produce tastes good. So with that being said, I am up on my water game. I just had to pop my collar on that. But yes, I am very up on the water game. And so water, 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 good. We are good, good, good. Okay, so next up is exercise. Now, you guys know that I had a little couple of hiccups before as far as walking and everything like that, but we are doing very well. I've been walking, and where I don't walk, or when I don't walk, I get in my indoor exercise. I still haven't started the Pilates because I told you guys that I was going to look up different people, because there's remote classes, and there are things over here on the YT that you can easily look up and do at home. I still have not engaged in that particular activity, but in the meantime, I've been doing my crunches, my lunges, and really working on my core. Again, when I exercise, when I walk, it helps with my whole attitude. It gives me an attitudinal adjustment, if you will. Not that I have an attitude, but it just helps me feel good. It gives me a great start to my day. So I have been doing very well with that. Okay, so next up is, now with the sleep, I have to report, I cannot complain too much, not too much, that I have been doing much better with the sleep, meaning more consistently getting 7 to 8, 6 to 7 to 8 hours of sleep. Because again, for those who are not initiated, I have been struggling with my sleep. As far as getting restful sleep, as far as sleeping throughout the night without any hiccups, without, any wake ups or anything like that, or getting hot or getting too cold, that whole thing. With that being said, I have been going to bed earlier. I think I told you guys that. I've been implementing parts of my wind down regimen, or my sleep regimen, where I take my shower and relax and maybe get a little something to drink as far as hot tea, misting my pillow, with a little bit of lavender, just to entice some slumber, if you will. But with that being said, I've been making a really good effort to get some Z's. I have been getting some capital Z's and some lowercase z's. I've been getting a bunch of Z's, and and it's really benefited me. I feel it and I see it all in my face. I've definitely looked better. I look more wide awake and like I know what's going on. So yes, I'm very pleased with that as well. Okay, so next up, see, we're running right through it. Okay, next up is food. Now, there's not too much new that I've been trying in the food category. However, I may have mentioned that I was going to try some mushroom coffee soon. Well, honey, guess what? I did. And guess what again? I like it. I tried the mushroom coffee. This is, I don't know, KMKC. KMKC, I believe that's the name of the coffee. But this is mushroom coffee, okay? And it got good reviews on Amazon, so I figured I would try this. Now, I know the popular one is, I think it's rice or Reese. And when we spoke about it before, one of you guys, and you know who you are, you guys suggested that particular brand. So I haven't gotten to it yet. I figured I'd try this. And I like it. I really do like it. I've only tried it a little bit because you guys know that I am gaga over my matcha. So I've been taking, I've been drinking my matcha, and that gives me my little zip, that I need. I've been on that whole kick. So I figured I would try this, and I do like it. This too is supposed to give you energy, and it's supposed to help you focus. And this is made of mushrooms. So the mushrooms that are in this are lion's mane, reishi, shiitake, turkey tail, and king trumpet, with the latter being an anti-inflammatory. And you would make this just like instant coffee. Y'all remember back in the day when the old folks used to drink Sanka? Yeah, those were the good old days. So anyway, it's sort of like instant coffee. You just take 2 teaspoons and you put it in your coffee, or put it in your mug, and then you add the hot water, you stir it up, and you add your creamer, your sweetener, whatever you want, and drink it just like coffee. With that being said, it does taste like coffee with a touch of mushroom. Except it doesn't have that bitter aftertaste that coffee can sometimes have. It's a little different, but I like it. I like it. It's a nice change, and I think that I will try the Reese version as well. But like I said, this one came highly recommended, and I just found it on Amazon. You can drink this hot or cold, just like regular coffee. Yeah, it's a nice alternative. You're looking for something that doesn't give you that high buzz, that sort of jittery type of situation, or the upset digestion that can come along with drinking some coffee, but you really love the taste of coffee, then you may want to try out the mushroom version. I did, and I do like it. Last but not least, wellness. You guys know that I've been focusing in on not just on the outside, not just on the nutrition and the exercise, but also mental wellness, things that help me to focus and feel well mentally. Well, with that being said, in this edition of Wellness, I'm going to take on a new project. I am looking at my balcony. I am looking at redoing or doing something with the balcony. And it's just an open space right now, so it's a blank canvas. And I'm very much into decorating and, because I like clothes and this and that and yada, yada, yada. And so that sort of extends into the whole, decorating and doing different things. And I know that I told you guys, especially if you watch some of my other videos, the ones that I do, like the motivational ones, I plan on moving and, doing bigger and better things as far as my environment. But I figure while I am here and working towards my goal of moving, I said, well, let me just take care of this little spot out here, because just in me doing that, that could be cathartic. Just in me doing that, that can sort of engage my creative abilities and my wantonness to really, create something. So with that being said, again, it's not a big space, but I figure I get a little rug, which I already bought. And I'll show you that, I'll keep you guys abreast. But just a little rug, maybe a little plant out there, a little somewhere to sit, and look out. And, especially now that the weather is warm, just another place to sort of just gather my thoughts and rest my toes. And, just sit down and just think, and just be well. So I am looking forward to doing that. And like I said, I will keep you guys abreast as far as how I even create this whole little oasis for myself. As well as I've been having some technical difficulties as far as, with my camera and my phone and the microphone and this and that. Honey, don't even ask. Well, you can ask, but I'm not really going to get into all of that. But part of my wellness is to make sure that I have the equipment that I need in order to do what I am enjoying doing. Because as you can imagine, it can be very stressful to have something set up, get ready to record or do something, and then something fails. Something fails and then you got to figure something out. So I am going to improve some things as far as my whole setup and my whole technical setup and I'm going to do some more upgrades. That's all I'm trying to say. I'm going to do some more upgrades. And again, this is going to help me as far as and add to my whole well-being and wellness thereof. So I feel highly motivated and I'm very excited with all the upgrades that are on the way. Okay, so that was the quick, I know, we were in and out. We were literally in and out. I sat here, I gave you the whole lowdown. Wrapping this up, wrap it up, B. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So I think it's time for us to get up out of here. What do you think? I think we should, honey. So that's what we're about to do. So with that being said, that wasn't too bad, right? We were in and out, okay? I want to thank you so much for dialing in and showing up. I really do appreciate it. I really do. And yeah, we'll be back talking about some more stuff. Honey, I need y'all to come on back because I got some updates for you. So you gotta come back for that. So you already know it's going to be the same Dolce time. It's going to be the same Dolce channel. Woo! So you come on back.